Alright, it doesn't feel like we've reached the latest version of Zenless Zone Zero, which is version 2.4. And of course, one of the interesting things in the version is about the appearance of a new character named Dialyn. Dialyn herself has a physical type with a stunner role that automatically has the role of a stunner in the team. Interestingly, the uniqueness of Dialyn compared to other stunners is that she has a mechanism called rock, paper, scissors. This mechanic can allow us to use different variations of EX special attack, as well as it can provide debuffs that can extend the duration of an enemy's stun. In addition, she has positive reviews that can be used to make her teammates' chain attack into ultimate version. Can the presence of Dialyn in version 2.4 make her the best stunner at the moment? I'm Hoyostation and we will directly discuss the ultimate guide of Dialyn version 2.4. Let's do this. Do you have a character or weapon in the game that you really want but you don't have enough stellar jades? Here's a smarter way to recharge your favorite games like Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. Look no further than Lootbar. Lootbar is the most reliable top-up platform. It saves up to 23% for all orders compared with the official channel, and it provides an 80% off for your first purchase. It's 100% safe as you will only be using your UID. We will buy pack for 3,000 stellar jades for $42, which otherwise would have costed $50, totally saving $7.5. We received the crystals we purchased in the less than 3 minutes. All recharges will be done through the official channel with miHoyo, which allows you to enjoy all top-up offers. Ready to level up your gaming experience? Check the link in the description to get the amazing discount. Okay, in the first part, we will first discuss her basic attack. She has two types of basic attack. For the normal version, it will give 4 forward attacks that deal physical damage. As for the enhanced version, this skill can be used by pressing the basic attack button after using EX special attack, rock or scissors. Dialyn will deal 2 consecutive attacks, which deal physical damage. Interestingly, when this skill is activated, it will increase anti-interrupt and also the damage received will be reduced by 40%. Quite interesting, isn't it? Okay, in the next section, we will enter into one of the most interesting kits, namely the special attack section. For the normal version, which is called EX special attack, Get Lost. When Dialyn has a customer complaint, you can hold down the basic attack button, which will consume 1 customer complaint and will deal physical damage. As for the second special attack, which is called Welcome Gesture, it will throw 2 rings that will deal physical damage. Honestly, indeed, these 2 special attacks looks ordinary. But wait for it, guys. For her EX special attack is quite different and unique. You know, where she has 3 EX special attack, namely rock, scissors and paper, where each of these EX special attacks has a continuous effect and has several combos to maximize her kit. I will explain this later in her core passive. Okay, now it's time for us to get into the discussion about her core skill. For her core passive, Dialyn will get 60 positive reviews when entering battle. For every 1% critical rate that exceeds 50%, it will increase her impact by 2 points to a maximum of 100 points. So if we do a little calculation, we need a 100% critical rate to be able to maximize the increased impact through this effect. But that's going to be pretty hard to achieve, considering we won't be focusing on increasing the main damage of this agent, unless you have her signature W engine. In addition, this core passive also provides information about combos that must be launched to maximize the effects of her EX special attack. After using the rock, the skill will turn into scissors for 8 seconds. After using the scissors, it will change to paper for 8 seconds. Well, after the attack of paper hits the enemy, it will give a malicious complaint to the enemy. The cool thing is, while in this debuff, the duration of the enemy's stun will increase for 2 seconds after the enemy is stunned, and increase the stun damage multiplier by 30%. This malicious complaint can only be triggered once per target until the enemy recovers from the stun state. Then another unique thing that she has is a positive reviews point. Positive reviews points can be earned automatically when in a fight as much as 0.6 points per second. or by attacking enemies with EX special attack rocks, scissors, or paper, which will give you 7.5 positive reviews point. Well, when the positive reviews reach 90 points and Dialyn triggers the chain attack using chain attack welcome mat or EX special attack get lost or quick assist forward call, then the chain attack of the next incoming character will be strengthened into ultimate. When teammates trigger the ultimate in this way, Dialyn will consume 60 positive reviews. But if we don't trigger our teammates' chain attack when casting EX special attack get lost, and in the condition that positive reviews have reached 90 points, chain attack will be triggered automatically and make the chain attack character in action considered ultimate. Now, if triggered in this way, 90 positive reviews points will be used immediately. Every time positive reviews reach the maximum limit, Dialyn will get one customer complaint, which we can later use to use EX special attack get lost. For additional abilities, it can be activated if there is an agent attack or rapture in the team. The effect will give an additional 50% critical damage for EX special attack. In addition, when Dialyn uses EX special attack or ultimate, it will give a buff called overwhelmingly positive to all members of the team. The effect of this buff will give you a 40% increase in damage for 15 seconds. Then another effect that is also quite interesting is that it will make her EX special attack give additional damage based on the agent used previously. When the agent is an attack agent, her EX special attack will get an additional 320% damage from the attacker's agent's attack. Meanwhile, if her teammate is a rapture agent, her EX special attack will deal additional damage based on 400% sheer force from the agent. Well, of course, this effect will be very good in increasing the personal damage of her EX special attack, which has quite high damage, and allows Dialyn to contribute damage also within the team. Next, we will move on to her chain attack and ultimate. Her chain attack, called Chain Attack Welcome Mat, will give a forward-kicking attack that deals daily physical damage. Interestingly, once this skill is used, it will provide a follow-up attack from the fourth attack of basic attack Happy to be a Service. The damage of chain attack deals quite high damage, guys, which can touch up to 12-40%. As for ultimate, it will deliver a forward dash attack that deals daily physical damage. Similar to the chain attack section, this ultimate attack will provide a follow-up attack to the fourth attack from basic attack Happy to be a Service. Now, just for information, this ultimate also has a really high damage multiplier at 3245%, which is very high percentage for an agent with a stun roll. Finally, we will enter the final part of her kit, especially if it's not part of the MINDSCAPE. For the first MINDSCAPE, Dialyn will provide an increase in positive reviews obtained every second, and also EX special attack by 16%. Additionally, teammates with the overwhelmingly positive buff will now ignore 15% of the enemy's attribute resistance. Well, the effect of this first MINDSCAPE is quite good, especially to help fill in positive reviews and increase the damage of all teammates. With the increase in positive reviews obtained, of course we can also use EX special attack much faster. As for the second MINDSCAPE, will make enemies affected by Melee's complaint will get an additional 20% stun damage, and team members will deal 15% more damage to enemies with the Melee's complaint debuff. Well, this MINDSCAPE will make the damage output of your main DPS increase with additional damage that can be given. In addition, the effect of this MINDSCAPE has no duration, which means you only need to give a malicious complaint debuff to get the benefits of this MINDSCAPE. Furthermore, for the fourth MINDSCAPE, Dialyn will recover 20 energy when entering battle and gain 500 attack when she has the overwhelmingly positive buff. This effect is also good enough for rotation and damage from Dialyn herself, where from the beginning of the battle, we can easily launch combos from her EX special attack. And finally, for the last MINDSCAPE, I think it has a pretty overpowered effect. Teammates who trigger the ultimate through Dialyn's core passive will get an aftertone effect. This effect will give an additional physical damage of 480% of Dialyn's attack every time the agent attacks an enemy. This damage is considered EX special attack and can be triggered once every second up to 12 times. Well, if we calculate it, we can get up to 5760% additional damage through this MINDSCAPE as long as our main DPS can consistently dish out damage to enemies. Okay, now it's time for us to dive into the discussion about the build of this character. As you already know before, for Agent Stunner, there is not a lot of options for the disc graph to use. So for the main disc graph that can be used is 4-piece set from King of the Summit, which will give an additional days of 6%. And also, when the user uses EX special attack or chain attack, it will increase the critical damage of all team members including the user himself by 15%. Interestingly, this effect will also provide an additional effect when the user's critical rate is above 50%. It will increase the additional critical damage obtained by another 15%. As for the 2-piece set disc drive that you can use, it's Woodpecker Electro, which will provide an additional critical rate of 8%, which will certainly be suitable for Dialyn, who needs a lot of critical rate. Then what about the W engine that is suitable for her? Obviously, the main option is her signature W engine called Yesterday Calls. Her W engine has an advanced stat in the form of critical rate of 24%. Of course, this stat will really help her to achieve a high critical rate stat and maximize the effect of her core passive. For other effects, it will increase the user's energy regeneration by 1.5 points and provide a day's increase of up to 27% at the maximum stack every time the user casts an EX special attack. If you have a maximum of 3 stacks, the critical damage of all team members increases by 30% for 40 seconds. This W engine has a very good effect on Dialyn, which gives critical rate, increased days, and also critical damage buffs to all team members. In addition, to reach 3 stacks, we only need to launch her EX special attack 3 times, and this is very easy for Dialyn to achieve, which requires her to launch 3 EX special attack in a row to maximize her kit. As for other options, you can use Spectral Gaze. Trigger's signature W engine can also be a solution because it will provide a very high critical rate increase for Dialyn, even though the effect cannot be used optimally. Anyway, 4 status recommendations are as follows. So we will start to talk a little about this character. Is this character worth picking up in version 2.4? If you listen to this video from the beginning, of course you already know about some of the advantages of this character. Yep, one of the advantages of this character is that she has a stun roll that is quite flexible to be paired with several existing teams, unlike other characters that are specifically intended for certain teams. Because if we look at the requirements of her core skills, she has the best benefits if paired with agents who have an attacker role and also Rapture. That means she will also be quite compatible with current meta characters, such as Ixuan, Yidari, Lucia, and also old characters, such as Hugo and Evelyn. In addition, she also has many other advantages, such as buffs that she can give when using EX special attack or ultimate called Overwhelmingly Positive to all members of the team. The effect of this buff will give you a 40% increase in damage done, which means even though she is a character with a stun roll, she is also able to give buffs to all team members, making the damage output we produce even greater. Well, the coolest thing is again, Dialyn has the ability to activate the ultimate of any member of the team when she has the maximum point of positive reviews, which of course some characters who have considerable ultimate damage, such as Evelyn and Ixuan, can optimize this effect to the maximum. So, obviously with some of these advantages, it will be very worth taking in this version, especially if you don't have Chifufu as a stunner for the Rapture type characters. Okay guys, maybe that's all for now. What do you think about Dialyn? Do you intend to take this character in version 2.4? Please type in the comments down below. And don't forget to check out my other videos because they are no less cool. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video.